Jungle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me. Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out to anywhere. Tell them you don't need nothing. Got like in the can't go enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Cause I'm used to getting things from a text. So I can't setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like the Black Panther week to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown getting down with a on me and a half a blame me by Sandra Bland. Listen boy, you're challenging with the running man. I would challenge with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, yeah, I got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone knows on go. I rolled in a 4x4. Believe if a kid gon' go see me with, ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot, went and bought it. Caught case, at the case, and a phone. They will watch you give a that. I live that they rapping back, can't never back what they capping back. Ain't roll mom, but we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of those, better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Starts the drive on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with Harris, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Out of the gun, Luck. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Harris. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Luck. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Throwing his luck. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 319! 319!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll go on the ground. And his first carry, he loses the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go! 319! 319!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The quick slant caught, and he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And he's in for the 49ers score. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an Allen to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Strong right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Luck on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Luck now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, Love. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Love. And Eifert has it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Here's Harris. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
12.
From the gun, here's Love. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, it's Locke. Finding some room at midfield. To the left side here for Eifert. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Locke. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch him now, Barney.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Leopard! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No. Check. Patriot!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone is a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw on second down is Locke.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Harris. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Luck. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll.
On first down, it's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom,
They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone! Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go. 319.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
When a holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. This is Harris. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Oh, the strength of Eifert. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Out of the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
You're right. 11Z.
A shotgun snap for Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Regular.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. His throw incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jadeveon Clowney. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They run with Harris, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Here's Luck now on second down. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pick. Up, and that'll lead to a third down. The The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far.
Right,
This is 3rd and 4.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He'll look to throw. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Detroit!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Luck gonna throw it. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jaguars, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Beat them a bite, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The mad, man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out G. We living so wild like Nas when she was on vacation.